Of all the fruit of the Spirit that we are to emulate in our society, it would seem that kindness may be the most lacking. Good morning. This is Pastor Ernie Lewis of the Blue Point Church in Sisney, Illinois, with your thoughts for Friday. You know, when Paul enumerated the characteristics of the fruit of the Spirit in the life of a believer, he pointed out that we are to be opposite from the works of the flesh. He begins this phrase by saying, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control. Against such, there is no law. When I consider the word kindness, there are certain people that pop into my mind with special memories of their kind actions or maybe just their demeanor. You know, I believe kindness comes out of a heart of compassion, where a person chooses to be considerate toward others unselfishly rather than thinking of themselves. I actually see some of the ministry of Jesus Christ as a show of kindness to the less fortunate that he met along the way in his travels. When he stopped a large procession of people that was heading out of Jericho, and he found blind Bartimaeus there sitting by the road begging for some alms, and he gave him his sight. What a wonderful show of kindness. Then Jesus found the man at the pool of Bethesda who was hoping for some miraculous cure, although the Bible said he had had this infirmity for some 38 years and was probably losing all hope. So Jesus said, "Rise, take up your bed and walk," healing him despite the fact that this was on the Sabbath day, and it would surely cause some grief from the Jews around him. I often picture kindness as a very tender compassion shown to others who may not seem to be the most deserving. But being deserving is not really the key here for showing kindness. They say kindness is the state or the quality of being kind. But I really think kindness comes from a benevolent nature or a sweet disposition in a person. You know, kind acts are just not the nature of some individuals. They don't see the opportunities, or maybe they refuse to stoop so low as to show that kind of compassion. That's why we need to realize that this is fruit from the Holy Spirit of God, who is seeking to cultivate it in the life of every believer. It will not be our demeanor, or especially our natural action, until we submit and surrender to the work of the Holy Spirit within our hearts and our minds every day. It's probably more in our nature to follow those works of the flesh, which Paul has just finished listing in Galatians chapter 5. He says these things are evident in a person's life. So let's make the fruit of the Spirit evident in our life today. Let's go out of our way to show some kindness to one that is less fortunate we find in our path. And after several acts of kindness, it may actually become our demeanor to be a kind person and show the work of the Spirit in our lives.